morning and welcome to Sunnyside News, where we bring you only the most positive and interesting information from the heart of Florida right here in Polk County. Today is Friday, February 12th, 2016. I would like to welcome all of you to today's program. Sunnyside News is sponsored by Nature's Place, home of the Key Network and Speech Therapy Services, and also the Hotel Tea Room and Flower Corner. Well, the first piece of good news that I would like to bring to your way today is about the rainforest. Now, when we think of the rainforest, we usually think about the Amazon forest, and that's the first thing that comes to mind. However, I have learned that there is also one of the world's largest rainforests in the world, and it's located in Canada. Well, in an effort that was over 2 decades in the making, the Canadian government made a move to harmonize the economy of the area so that business concerns, namely loggers and developers, would not destroy the actual area that they live in. The Great Bear Rainforest is one of the largest coastal rainforest areas in the world, and the Canadian government passed legislation that limits the amount of logging and environmental harvesting only to the amount that will actually sustain and help the area thrive. This is a huge initiative for Canada and a fine global example of how to integrate the concept of an economy that can sustain itself within an ecosystem. By the way, Great Bear Rainforest is home to the spirit bear, which is a rare subspecies of the black bear, but it is actually white. It's just beautiful. Another piece of good news I would like to share with you today is about Mazurius Kedzierski. He is 23 years old. He lives in Poland and he has become an artist. However, he also has no hands. He states that he is just like everyone else, and when he was a kid and went to school, he did everything that everybody else did. He realized that he could draw when he was around 3 years old, but had to stop when he was 12 because of health reasons. Well, he had an operation when he was 15, which allowed him to begin drawing again. Since then, he has created over 700 drawings, mostly portraits, and to me, they look so realistic, I thought that they were actually photographs. So hats off to him, and what a talent. Another piece of good news I would like to share with you today is about Dalton Shaw from Illinois, and he actually turned 5 years old a couple of weeks ago. Well, he had a bowling party to celebrate, but rather than have his guests bring presents for him, he requested that his guests bring supplies for rescue dogs and cats at local animal shelters. Well, Dalton ended up collecting large amounts of food and supplies, but also $255 in monetary donations. Dalton did not even want a birthday present for himself at all, but wanted everything to go to the animal shelter. Hats off to you, Dalton, and happy birthday. Another good news item that I would like to share with you this week is about one nurse at a children's hospital who caused a flurry of fun last week in Maryland. During the snowstorm that struck the northeast United States last week, the children in the hospital obviously could not go out in the snow and play like all of the other children. Well, a nurse at the hospital, Alex Klassen, decided if the children couldn't go to the snow, she would bring the snow to them. She went outside with a giant bin and brought it in to them. Now, many of the children have disorders that have affected their immune system, so for them to go outside is impossible. Well, these children, who are from all over the world, saw the snow. The kids made snowballs and snowmen, and they decorated the snow, and they had a wild time. So hats off to Alex Klassen for going that extra mile. The word that I would like to share with you today is nugatory, and that means of no real value, or trifling, or just absolutely worthless. And haven't you heard people make nugatory statements in your lifetime? I certainly have. So moving on to the events of the weekend, I would like to bring to you the 13th and 14th. Going on this weekend is the L.B. Brown Festival in Bartow. This is a free event. There will be music, storytelling, there will be dancers, and a fashion show. If you want to find out more information, you can call 863-534-0100. Another event going on is happening February 13th. It's the Penny Sings Patsy at the Ramon Theater in Lakeland. Singer Penny Ekman pays a tribute to Patsy Cline in singing over 7 of her songs. And this starts at 7 p.m. and it goes to 8:30. You can find out more information about this by calling 863-635-7600. 7222. Another event that's happening is on February 14th. This is Valentine's Day, is the Nature Appreciation Tour in Lake Alfred at the Mackay Gardens. This is also a free event. You can get more information by calling 863-291-5272. As usual, I would like to wrap up today's program with a quote for you, and the quote goes, "Believe there is a great power silently working all things for good. Behave yourself and never mind the rest." And this was said back in the day by Beatrix Potter. So that is our program for today. Thank you so much for joining us here on Sunnyside News. Go out, have a great weekend. Happy St. Valentine's Day, and I will see you next Friday. Bye for now.